No doubt building a successful business depends a lot on hiring the right people. But what happens when a company makes a bad hire? Nearly 2/3 of companies report problems with their hiring process, and 8 in 10 have made a bad hire, according to a new survey from global staffing firm Robert Half. District President Dawn Fay is here to talk about it. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. So it's not that people don't make bad hires. That happens all the time. But your survey is showing that small and medium-sized businesses are defining this as a very costly problem.
That's right. We surveyed over 1,000 small businesses in the beginning of this year and found out that they are really having a lot of issues when they make a bad hire. They unfortunately are letting that person stay, even after they've identified it's a bad hire, for about 8 more weeks, which cascades the problems of stress on other employees that are there, potential issues to your customers when it's the wrong person in the seat, and a lot of frustration.
And what are the reasons behind those challenges?
Well, the challenges can be when it's not the right fit, it can be very difficult. And we find the issue in 2 places. It's usually not the technical skills, it's the wrong cultural fit, and the expectations of that hire were not set the right way. So you wind up just being on a different field altogether with the employee.
Okay, and business owners say it doesn't take them long to recognize a bad hire, but it takes them a lot longer to rectify it. So you said 8 weeks, but even if they fire the person, there's a residual problem that lives there, or what?
Well, the issue happens in the beginning if they notice that it's the wrong person, which they've said that they usually do within the first 4 weeks. But then they take another almost 9 weeks before they actually terminate the individual. So there's a lot of issues that are caused while that individual's there. Then when they terminate the individual, it can take another 5 weeks to hire somebody. There's a lot of stress and burden on the other employees that are picking up the slack when the person's there not doing the right job, and then when the person's missing before they make the rehire. So there's a lot of issues that businesses are finding when you've hired that wrong person.
And have you been able to measure the costs of a bad hire?
It really varies based on the position, the individuals that are involved in the hiring process, but it can be costly because you figure the time it takes for the individual to try to find somebody and hire them in the first place, the cost associated with running an ad and things such as that, and then depending on the salary levels that individuals are at, who's involved in the time and training. So it really varies, but there are a lot of significant costs that can build up, not to mention potential issues if you're losing revenue for your organization with the wrong person.
Right, and there's an unquantifiable aspect too. You mentioned the stress on existing employees.
Right.
Does that really affect the morale, not just the additional work, but the collective morale on the office?
You bring up a great point. The morale is very important, as you know, within any organization. It has a tremendous impact on morale, which then can often have a trickle-down effect to new individuals that you're interviewing to be part of that organization. They sense the morale issues, so you maybe aren't even attracting then the right people. So you've really got to work through your hiring process to make sure that you're vetting people out the right way to make the right hire.
All right, more vetting. We have enough already, but hey, it'll make things better.
That's right.
Thanks a lot, Dawn. We
Thank you.
appreciate it.